Let's now turn our attention to our roads, and even as the government introduces tough rules to protect the country's roads infrastructure, it is now emerging that some lorry drivers have devised ways of evading law enforcers as they continue to overload their vehicles contrary to the highway code. In the second part of our special series Trucks and Tricks, KTN's investigations desk spoke to a truck driver who revealed why overloading of trucks continues to be a menace despite the laws firmly in place.
From a distance, it is practically impossible for an average person to notice that this truck is carrying more tons of sand than stipulated in the law. KTN's investigations team, in the company of Kenya National Highways Authority officials, tracked down this lorry to a backstreet route where the driver was arrested and later charged in court for overloading. In order to stop rogue and government officials from soliciting for bribes from those arrested, the process of booking an offender has been improved. At least 3 stages that involve an official from Kenya, a police officer from a local police station, and the driver who is the offender makes it impossible for any of the 3 of them to influence the outcome of the offense committed. But the government is yet to crack down on some of the tricks still being played by lorry drivers ferrying cargo within and without the Kenyan borders. This driver, whose name is withheld, told KTN News, evading law enforcement agents is a tedious process, but somehow they must make ends meet. It is a game of survival.
Hiyo kitu mna collaborate hata na mwenyewe kwa sababu hata at the end of the day hata yeye atataka kazi gari yake iwe inalipa, kama ni loan ilipe loan, na kama si loan hata yeye apate kitu mwisho wa mwezi akaangalia kwa account yake at least iko na kitu.
The drivers employ various methods of evading the weighing system at the weighbridge every time they are flagged down for inspection.
Unabebea uzito mingi huku mbele, nyuma unaweka uzito kidogo. Ndio hapa katikati hakuna axle ama huku mbele inapima still ile inatakikana, but all in all umebeba mchanga zaidi.
A keen look at what is termed the axle weighing system. A driver is first asked to pull over slightly ahead of these 3 spaces, each representing a particular amount of weight. What truck drivers have done is increase the weight in axles where the weight is less and decrease where the weight is meant to be more. But that is not all.
Gari ilipeana size ya mlango yenye unafaa kuwa gari yake ile level mchanga ifai kupita. Tunatengeneza milango zingine ambazo unaweza dismantle kutoka kwa hiyo gari, yani unaweza zitoa kamlango kadogo tu, ile tu ya kuongeza hako ka weight, hata kama ni tani 5 tu unaziongeza. So hako kamlango tukijua kuna mobile check ndio route, unaenda na hako kamlango unaweka, unaongeza kwa ile mlango ambayo serikali imesema uweke, unaongeza kwayo hapo juu. Sasa utabeba extra. Na most of the time hiyo kitu tunafanyika na hizi magari tunaita TX.
KTN's investigations desk has discovered that lorry drivers carrying excess loads will offload them at a safe distance away from a weighing bridge, go over the weighing machine, and later return to collect the offloaded cargo from a dumping site only known to a few truck drivers. But others are never lucky. In a frantic effort to evade a highway inspection team, this driver was caught by an axle load weighing machine. Knowing the consequences of overloading, refusing to surrender is one of the moves many of them try to pull. But it is always late in the day.
We throw it, the spikes, and then it bursts its tires. So that's the point where it stops. We normally remove the number plate, and then we draft the prohibition order of him, indicating everything that the charges against him.
In the past, truck drivers will collude with police officers manning weighbridge stations, where cases of police officers caught on camera soliciting for bribes were reported several times. With automated systems, human-to-human interaction is now minimal.
We are introducing virtual way bridges. These are unmanned way bridges, which will be located in remote areas. And on these remote areas, they'll be able to capture data, send it to our mobile way bridges and our static way bridges.
In an effort to contain runaway overloading, Kenya National Highways Authority (KENHA) has put in place a new mechanism of tracking down those who evade fixed weighbridge systems across the country.
We mobile weighbridges all over in our stations, so that even if you are not caught on the static weighbridge, we are surely around and will catch you.
SGS Kenya, an international company providing axle load weighbridge management systems for the Kenya National Highways Authority, told KTN News. Truck drivers are still flouting the highway code, but the space of doing the same is decreasing by the day.
There were very long queues of trucks. Well, I can remember it was well over 10 kilometers in Marikani, here as well.
With sensors on the road just a few yards away from the weighing stations, a weighing machine is able to flag down a lorry when it senses it might be carrying an extra load. The SGS CEO told KTN News that since the introduction of the new technology, close to 60,000 lorries go through this weighbridge station in Syokimau on a daily basis.
Maybe 9 or 10% of the trucks are called in, whereas in the past it was 100%. So it's been a tremendous improvement.
It is just one step in many aimed at curbing runaway destruction of the country's road network system. Trucks and Tricks concludes tomorrow.